Hopefully we'll be able to, portray this in the spirit of Eric and be able to turn people on to the hidden, dangers of what these guys do, firefighters do. And if they can just get a glimpse of that, and it can just be for a moment, and then they can go back and they're hiding, because hotshots love to not be noticed. They're not really egocentric people. They love their adrenaline and they love their camaraderie. But so that was very important for us to be able to go, look, we want to be authentic, we want to be really respectful, but we also want to tell a story that's going to compel people to want to see it again and again. This movie is the most special movie I've ever done. One of the greatest experiences. Like, there was No Country, there was The Goonies, and there was like this. But this May is starting to, like, every day gets a little better. I was blown away by what she was doing, just on a visceral level. I was so affected by it, I almost couldn't do the scenes in the beginning because I kept getting so emotional. But she's really good. I mean, she's really good. For me, there should be a moment that the audience is educated on how tough it is to be a wildland firefighter, and just a moment of respect for those people. And then beyond that, to get into a story about the extremes of nature and our egos about thinking that we can control it all the time, when we can't necessarily. And sometimes it just does what it does. It's not that it wins or it loses. It just does what it does. And when you have 100, chaparral that hasn't been burned in 120 years, and it just is going up a chimney, and you have the wind, it just happens. So, to me, every person that sees this movie is going to want to wave a little bit longer to every firefighter they see afterwards. I mean, what it comes down to is he's Jeff Bridges, and he's so seasoned, and he's so good at what he does. He cares so much. He's an old school actor, I'm like right on the cusp. But he's an old school actor who comes and he's totally professional, knows his stuff. It doesn't matter what he's doing the night before. It doesn't matter how tired or that. It doesn't matter. When it comes to the work, he's full blown. He's like, let's improvise a scene before we go out of the office. I'm like, all right, I can improvise with him. That's cool.
Hey, Vale here with some cool movie facts on the efforts some actors go to create the characters they play. For the role of Roger Kint, Kevin Spacey glued his fingers together in the film The Usual Suspects to give his left hand the feeling of paralysis. To prepare for his role in the film The Mask of Zorro, Antonio Banderas practiced with the Olympic fencing team in Spain for 4 months. Natalie Portman, for the role as Nina Sayers in Black Swan, trained with former New York City ballet dancer Mary Helen Bowers for up to 8 hours a day, 6 days a week for over a year ahead of shooting the film. Adrian Brody, for his role in The Pianist, gave up his apartment, sold his car and moved to Europe with only 2 bags, so he could get familiar with his character's discomfort. He also went on a crash diet and lost 30 pounds in 6 weeks, weighing 130 pounds at his lightest during shooting. Whoa. Okay, so if you want to watch more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you receive the videos the moment they are online. Bye bye!